Yo, what is up internet? Digrex here, and today I'm coming at you with a brand new Destiny 2 video. And in this video we are going to be going over some good loadouts that are good for the raid Crown of Sorrow, the new raid that Bungie has added with the Season of Opulence. Lots of fun. Played it a couple times. I really like the final fight and the jump puzzle. The rest, pretty good. But the final fight and the jump puzzle I feel like are very unique, and where it shines probably the best. But this video assumes that you guys know the mechanics of the fights. I am merely recommending weapons and subclasses for you guys to use to be most successful. This is not by any means a raid mechanic guide. For the most part, throughout the entire raid, your loadout can stay pretty similar, although you might want to switch it up for maybe the final boss fight. A lot of the raid consists of fast clearing of ads as well as destroying of crystals, as you guys know, so a lot of ad clear weapons are going to be really good. Grenade launchers are also exceptionally good for DPS and taking down larger enemies. As you all know, the Recluse is extremely good throughout this entire raid. I would really not switch off Recluse for the entire raid if you have it. If you don't have it, the Oxygen SR3 is what you're seeing in some of this gameplay. It's pretty decent. I definitely wouldn't recommend it. I was just using it because it was my highest light thing at the time, and I was slightly underleveled when this footage was recorded. But the Recluse is extremely good for this raid, as well as the Mountaintop. So the Mountaintop, I understand if you guys don't have that either. The Outbreak Prime can also be super efficient at clearing ads, as it does have that fast outlaw reload, and it can be good for the final boss encounter if most of your team is using it. So now, it can do a lot of DPS, but only if a majority the team is using it and you have a lot of nanites going in. Unfortunately, if most of your team isn't using it, then it's not really effective for boss damage, and there are a few more things that are effective for boss damage. For the most part, you don't really have to worry about boss DPS until the last two encounters of this raid, but mostly the last encounter. Grenade launchers are extremely good. As I said, I recommend the Mountaintop. But if you don't have the Mountaintop, I was using Prospector in this gameplay for DPS on larger enemies such as ogres, as well as the final boss. The Prospector and Mountaintop are just a little bit nutty right now, especially if you're running Well of Radiance with Lunafaction boots. It can get pretty damn insane. There's a select few legendary grenade launchers where if you get a good roll on them, they can also be extremely good for DPS. I would recommend watching out for spike grenades, as that does most damage. Basically, what I'm recommending is running a grenade launcher in your loadout. Grenade launchers are extremely good. If you're running Recluse and you don't have Mountaintop or something like that, I would definitely recommend a primary sniper. Recluse, primary sniper, and a grenade launcher in the heavy, such as the Prospector, was doing very well for me. Or if you're running a gun in the primary slot, a sniper in the special slot is also very good. The Beloved is very good. Stuff like that can roll with perks that are great for DPS. The Beloved, I believe, has a perk where if you aim down sight, it increases precision damage, stuff like that. Snipers are just good for boss damage, as well as taking down knights and other heavier enemies. So the ideal setup is really a sniper in the primary slot, Recluse, and then a grenade launcher. It's also been said for the last encounter that swords can be used. I was not too impressed with the sword DPS when my group used swords, so I would probably stick to the sniper and grenade launchers for boss DPS. You can also do Outbreak Prime if your group is willing to do it. You can't be running Outbreak Prime alone. Your team has to be running it together for it to actually do decent damage. For subclasses, if you're a Warlock, I would obviously recommend going Dawnblade and Well of Radiance with Lunafaction boots. This helps your team do an immense amount of damage and is super overpowered when partnered with grenade launchers. And for Titans, I would recommend Sunbreakers because they have Melting Point as well as decent DPS with their super and can add clear. Very, very useful. Also, Rally Barricades, very, very useful. You can do the same kind of thing with Rally Barricades as you can with Rifts and Well of Radiance. Very, very good. For Hunters, I would recommend Night Stalker with Orpheus Rigs just because there's a good amount of ads, and a lot of the encounters in this raid actually have to do with clearing the ads. So the Night Stalker Orpheus Rig really helps, and it can help other people that don't or do have the blessing. So say you have the blessing as a hunter, your tether will still tether everything even the enemies that you can't kill, so that your partner will be able to kill them more easily, which is very, very useful because it does provide you a way to help your partner that no other class really has, which is really, really cool. So if you're paired with a Night Stalker Hunter, you are actually pretty damn lucky. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys ran with the raid. In this footage, my raid setup is kind of scuffed, mostly what I recommended. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you're interested in much more Destiny content, because I got more reviews for raid weapons coming and stuff like that. But like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe if you're more interested in more Destiny or Void Masters. This has been DidgerX. Peace.
I'm open to mine, so we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, 'cause I never can leave it alone. Talking about somebody rolling, boulevard dining, making it count for efforts I can't explain. Balling and feeling we drowning, never been humbled by playing the fighter.